Hello everyone, this is Aelloy Merge with you, and this is the third video that will demonstrate my expertise in web development. In previous two videos, we covered brand identity and interface design as a UX UI. And right away, I'm going to go into my document that I mentioned in previous videos, and feel free to check it out. And I actually recommend you to check it out. Link below. This is the document that sums up as a showcase everything that you need to know about my services or into these fields as brand identity, interface design, and web development, just to learn or actually see what to expect and explore and find out if we're actually a good fit. And I'll jump right away further into the table of contents as before. I'll go to what I do. And we already covered with you brand identity, interface design, and web development. Now, web development is the final touch point in my services. And that's actually building a website. Only in the case if we do interface design, I'll do the web development. Sometimes my clients are needing only web developer or replace some web developer in order to take over and continue. Quite often I do all three services. So we go from brand identity, interface design, and web development. And again, here is less we're caring about business goals and user needs because everything is already covered under the brand identity especially, and then cascading further into the interface design. And when we go to the web development, it's mainly a technical part, but the beautiful part of this is that we're keeping everything in consistency with respect to brand identity and interface design. And it's a beauty to have this bridge done by one person with respect to business goals and user needs. Now let's go to the web development. Web development is covering these kind of considerations. And again, I really encourage you to go and check all document that I have here. You can do it as an interactive mode. You see here, let me go back actually. Go back to cover. You can see you can stay here with a link, and as an interactive mode, I encourage you to do that if you have a big screen right now in front of you. Or if you don't, you can download the document as a PDF. Same, but just not interactive. Now let's go back to what I do, web development. I respect the pixel perfect element. I do care for it's a front end development. It's not back end development, but also of course, it's a responsive design. I will show you within the Webflow platform that I use. I do CMS, content management system if needed. I do e-commerce if needed. And backend integration, I do care to connect other platforms, third parties, and maybe analytics. Performance optimization and SEO, Webflow really covers that really well. Testing and quality assurance, always important to pay attention to that I cover. And launching and deployment, which is I do make sure that I show you. I like to show video. I send video screens explaining what to do what. Maybe you want to change yourself some text, replace something, editor. If it's CMS, I will show you how to use it. And I also will connect it to your domain and so on. I never leave anyone out there. I will do that until the end. So let me go and show you some examples. We did already check with you. And actually, as we speak, let's go to deliverables. And we did check with you the design, and the beauty of all these services is that we go for the brand identity. If my clients need, we do from the beginning 1, 2, 3 to the end, and we apply that and then go to the website development, platform development, or whatever. And then we go, if it's website, we'll go to the development in a Webflow. And you can see these things are always responsive, like these websites. And you show that you probably already saw these examples on my Showreel that is available on the video on my YouTube also. You're probably already familiar with that. And let's see some examples. So as I mentioned, I'm using Webflow. And here again, if you remember, if you checked first and second video of my collection, we talked about Scala. I did brand identity, I did interface design, and here we see it alive coded by me. And you can see it's just interactive. Everything is done. You can see the video in the background. You can go to every page. They have their programs. You can enter there, and you can see the brand identity after wireframes being applied into the visuals of design is coming alive in code to Webflow. And you can see the whole website. It will be done here, and it's responsive. I will show you with other web. Actually, let me show you with this one. Again, because I'm in a mode of Webflow right now. I'm inside of Webflow, so I have this ability to show you different screen sizes. Let's see, smaller and smaller. And we go to the iPad, you can see the stacking. So I'm predicting everything. You can see when menu is looking differently for us to enter into. And we can go to the landscape mobile device and portrait mobile device, and I can drag and make sure that everything is responsive. Okay, and here also you can see different mode of entering to the menu. So it's responsiveness is a really big deal, of course, and that's the beauty of taking pixel perfect as we did in design. And with Figma that I use for design, everything with branding also. Sometimes I use Photoshop if I need to for some kind of graphical perfection. So here you saw it alive coming in within. And ideal, this is Webflow platform. Figma and Webflow are two main tools that I'm using for all my services most of the time. As I mentioned, Photoshop sometimes is also. Now this one is e-commerce. I'm not going to go deeper. You can see it's alive. You remember I mentioned dark matter. We did brand identity and interface design. Even package design that you see here is done by me. It's beautiful to see everything coming together, but it's also an e-commerce. So you see already purchased some blue oysters here package. And you can see it's great to see it's coming together and consistently from the beginning to the end, going from phase to phase. And here I just want to show that you can build e-commerce websites and add some more mushrooms if you want to. And that's a beautiful thing. And let me see if we're done with Scala. You remember the core integrative health also. And here again, we can see that same interactive mode. We can, check, make sure that everything is responsive and so on. Now, I'm not going to go deeper. You're already familiar with these projects. I just want to show how it looks like with the full responsiveness within the Webflow. And here again, if I go to preview mode, you can see we can show it seamlessly. Let me go full size, hide this. Actually, full size here and back. And we can see it's alive. All right, so it's alive there in URL, and it's great. That's all I want to show. Everything is done pixel perfect as I would like to be, as designer should like to, as a client should like to. Myself as a designer, I'm familiar that it's quite often a challenge to work with different people, and it's to keep that consistency. It requires extra effort, extra resources, and a headache to keep it exactly. But once you have someone who is actually making sure that everything is consistently done, it saves you resources. It's not a freelancer, it's not an agency. It's benefits of both in some kind of hybrid that I have here that I obtained through the expertise of 7+ years around the world working with different customers. And extending myself towards, understanding that it's important, not just website or user interface or just logo or brand identity. What matters is also to complement what I do here is with user experience, which means caring for user needs, and also brand therapy, brand strategy that cares to understand the business goals and your market and competition. So bridging that is really important. I find it very much. And also when we do web development, I must say, it also, if I do it, when I do it actually with Scala project that you remember, for example, that was recent, that's why it's on my mind, is that when I go through the process of every phase, because we did brand identity and we did collateral design within this category, those collaterals actually dictated some direction for brand identity to build. And when we go to the interface design and we build out some collaterals for the process, we'll learn that interface design also impacts and evolves our branding in some way that I go back and correct for the addition too. And then when we go to the web development, same as collaterals or business card would do, or stand that we have in the office. If we do in print and we adapt it to printing, or we do like here, the URL responsive on website, on a mobile device, and on desktop, we start to see some elements that I collect, and I make sure that we are actually not missing on that, and we're actually registering for additions and brand identity in your guidebook. Like keep on evolving. It's living, breathing document that is kept on track. So that's the beauty of all of those things. That's all I want to introduce to you. I hope this was pretty clear. With this third video, we're ending my presentation. My name is Aelloy Merge, and this presentation demonstrates my three categories, as you saw, as you got yourself familiar with. It's brand identity, interface design with UX UI, and web development. That's it. I encourage you to go and check the document out. You can go and find me on Behance and check the showcase, where you will find actually the whole thing, actually the whole document should you like to find, as well as the showreel that I'm already demonstrating on my YouTube. and the positioning statement as well. But also not only Behance, you can also find me on Aelloy, on my LinkedIn account, also connecting everything, and Showreel it is. And under this video, you can click the link below and get to this document as well. Guys, thank you so much for your attention. Reach me out. I'll be happy to work with you. And any category, 1, 2, or 3, or the whole thing, or I'm open to talk and explore what services you need. Sometimes clients need only logo, sometimes need only style development. Some people just need only a website interface or just coding. It all depends. To go with brand therapy, to go and talk with you, explore, and we find out how I can help you and fulfill what you want to achieve, your business goals, and meeting your user needs. Okay, take care, guys. Thanks for your attention. Chat to you later.